Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means we get a little bit of AEW Dynamite tonight. It's going to be a fun one, folks. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. Coming off the heels of Double or Nothing. Some people loved it, some people not so much, but we got the breakdown. We got a whole bunch of matches. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to get into, so strap in. Strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. Like I said, it's going to be a fun one. The fallout from Double or Nothing. A bunch of matches have been announced. I'll run through those real quick coming up. But, you know, we're talking a lot of Adam Page. We're talking a lot of Double or Nothing. We're talking Moxley still. Who would have thunk it? Mercedes, Tony Storm. Lots to talk about. Get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're doing well. Take this link. Share it with everybody you know, people. Be a friend. Tell a friend. And again, I hope everyone out there is doing well. I will take a second to remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. The place is a bumping. We are ready to go. Big shout out to Big Nick. Big shout out to Anthony. And big shout out to everybody out there. Hope you are having a good week. Wednesday in the books. Friday, Junior, tomorrow. We're back for Impact. It's going to be a fun one. So make sure you're there for that. I see the chat filling up already. But as far as tonight goes, let's talk about it. Hangman Adam Page will be here. He will be live, or we will hear from him. Doesn't mean he'll be there live, but we will hear from Hangman Adam Page. Tony, Mercedes, both gonna have a face-to-face. They meet live, so that shall be interesting. Trios, Willow with Briscoe, and I think that is Speedball gonna take on that Gabe Kidd being booked tonight's interesting. Marina and Moxley, how do you feel about this one? It was added late this afternoon. Let me know. We also have a rematch from Double or Nothing, the actual pre-show match that they're going to run back. Penelope, Megan Bayne. That's going to be interesting as they take on Harley and Anna. No DQ. Interesting. Some would say maybe lazy, but interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. But Adam Cole will take on Kyle Fletcher. A little bit of a fallout from what happened at Double or Nothing. The Callis family and Paragon had some issues, so they're going to do this one tonight. I'm looking forward to this one a lot, though. Josh Alexander taking on Brody King as part of the international tournament. The winner gets a shot at Kenny Omega. And yes, I mean, this match should bang. I like this one. This one should be good. But that is the card that I know of at the moment, folks. As always, we will keep you up to date as we go. And as always, we ask that you get in that chat. You hit all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little button down below. Those little reaction buttons help the algorithm as we roll through tonight. It's been a fun time here at the channel. We got more coming your way. Money in the Bank's coming up. We're going to be covering Worlds Collide, of course, All In. So much coming your way. But what is on our Wrestling Man? I'm going to get to the chat real quick, actually. We'll get to the early birds as we are about 10 minutes away from the start of the show. And Clay Lewis, first one in the chat tonight. How you doing? Zach's good to see you as always, buddy. Kevin, welcome back. Eric, let's go. And your Oilers are one win away from being back to the Stanley Cup Finals. Go Edmonton. Go Oil. Go. I mean, shout out to Mega out there. Can't cheer for the Leafs. Go Oil. One game away. They look good. They look strong. I'm pumped. Let's go. TK just announced Willow, Speedball, Mike Bailey, Mark Briscoe versus Gabe Kidd, Moxley, and Marina. Yes. So it's weird because it's kind of like the remnants, sort of, kind of Anarchy in the Arena. This trios match. I mean, Gabe Kidd wasn't in the Anarchy match, but he is here tonight. I don't know what that decision-making process was. I've been on the record, and I'll say this out loud before I say this out loud. Remember, Wednesdays is all about the positivity, all about the hope. We want to see the show do well. We might get mad at it at times. There you go. But I mean, it's all in love. We want to see the company succeed, and we're going to talk about counter booking. We're going to talk about all that fun stuff here tonight. But back to this, I don't like Jon Moxley as the champion. Jon Moxley, to me, is hurting the company. You have names. You have people. I know a lot of people want Hangman Page to win. I think he's going to win. I think he needs to win. I'd rather you run back a Hangman Will Ospreay match in the future if Will wants that belt back. But Jon Moxley's been bad for business. I cannot think of a single, and if you got one, I'm all ears. But there has not been one good Jon Moxley title defense, period. His entire title run, he gets a lot of TV time. He's in the ring quite a bit. Not one good match from Jon Moxley. I want him to drop this title. Again, it's their choice, but I do think it's hurting the company, and I'd like to see the belt again. I really would like to see the belt again. Let's go, Demians. We did get that. We will get into it. Evening Cherokee, Josh Alexander versus Brody King to be part of the Fatal 4-Way. Should be a blast. Should be a hell of a match. Storm and Monet interfere here. Well, Storm and Monet, they're having a meeting, George. So that will be interesting to how we set up the all-in matchup. That's now. We knew we were going to all-in. We're getting there. So we will see how this looks, but very, very interesting. I saw a lot of backlash about Monet. I think it's getting bigger. I think the number of people that are kind of fed up of how this is going, and a lot of people, a lot of AEW fans are very concerned with the idea that Mercedes wins at All In. Mercedes beats Tony. She has all the belts. They just keep giving her belts and more belts and more belts. I don't get it. Just added Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher. I did see that as well. Damian, thank you. See money. Benny and the Jets. Benny and the Hurts. Maxwell and the Hurts. That's better. Let's go. What is up? Hashtag WFU Wrestling for Life fam. I really wish AEW went with Ospreay instead of Hangman to challenge. That was my pick. Sean. I'm right there with you. I was excited for Will Ospreay to kind of get this push, have a big moment. Nick talked about Ospreay winning in London. Fair enough, I guess, if they do that. I'm hesitant because it's a forbidden door, so it could be Ospreay versus Ishii, in London. We don't know. But ultimately, I do believe that I believe Ospreay's your guy. And I don't want to take anything away from Hangman Page. This is arguably the best homegrown work we've seen ever from AEW. A guy that's been a day oneer. We know he was on the inside, and there are times he wasn't good. At times he wasn't strong. At times he didn't really make an impact on the show. Now feels different. And I gave him the MVP award for AEW in 2024. We'll see where it goes. I mean, I'm pretty content with either guy. We just need the belt off Moxley. The world title needs to be more important. The world title has to become something cool again. It's not. Like, you don't have enough exciting, good heel or babyface champions in AEW. A lot of the champions are meh. Let me know if I'm wrong. See Money answering Sean. How you doing, Money? How you doing? Odds back with us. Michael Warner, how you doing? Dynamite better be worth me having to sit through Big Bang Theory. There you go. You can change the channel, which most people do during the show, not before the show. But regardless, yes. We always hope Wednesdays. I know people worry about being critical of AEW. And again, there's a lot of reasons, and there's a lot of reasons to be happy with AEW. But I hope it's a good one. We always hope it's a good one. WWE is slumping. JV, how are you? between Travis Scott, rumors of The Rock and Triple H not getting along, Jey Uso not wanted as champion, reports of ratings slipping, and the price hike. No, JV, this is exactly what you get if you just read the internet, because none of this stands up, during Cross. Think about it. Yeah, Scott sucked. It was a bad choice, didn't go well. So that's, not a great way, not a great lasting impression for WrestleMania 41. Can't argue that. Rumors of The Rock and Triple H not getting along, to me, that's ridiculous. There's nobody that's verified it. There's nobody that can confirm it. It's a theory that, guys like good old Uncle Dave, who's waving that flag proud. There's guys like him that make those kind of stories. I don't believe it's founded. The idea that The Rock is trying to push Triple H out so he can get in there, it's ridiculous. The Rock doesn't want to do day-to-day operations. Let's not be silly about this. The Jey Uso thing, Jay's proving everybody wrong. So if you go to Twitter, you think Jey Uso's the worst champion ever, nobody likes him, blah, 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 blah. But if you see Jey Uso come out on a Monday Night Raw and the building is going bananas, that's not a problem. The ratings slipping, the ratings fluctuated. This week was a down week, but if you look, it's no different than kind of a pattern they've been going through. It was just a down week within kind of their range, their average. That's not an issue at all. The price hike, well, the buildings are full. The buildings are full. So the price hike hasn't been an issue. So this is a very much an internet opinion, sir. I appreciate it, but that's what you get if you go to X. That's what the IWC is pitching out as part of their issues. They'd also tell you bad booking. They'd also tell you that it's boring all the time. Monday Night Raw was good this week. NXT was great last night. I think they're fine. I mean, again, I really do think they're fine. Maybe not the most exciting time, but I think we're on the cusp of some more exciting times, coming out of a bit of a Mania hangover and a bit of a retooling here. We're seeing the women's division get a bit of a facelift if all the rumors are true. We're seeing a lot of change with the tag team division. Yeah, I mean, it might not be, clicking at the top gear right now, but I mean, a lot of people like the shows we got this week. I think they're doing good things, and I think a lot of people are excited for what's coming up. Money in the Bank won't have an issue selling out. So, yeah, that feels so internet to me. Zoe Starks retires because of injuries. Alexis, I don't know if that's true or not. I hope it's not, but good to see you. Kevin, welcome back. Richard, good to see you. Wrestling Proud, always a pleasure. I'm listening, but NXT is king. There you go. NXT, a lot of people felt like NXT Battleground was the better overall show than Double or Nothing. And I think one of the comments I saw today from good old Uncle Dave, and it makes me insane, is this idea of, well, we already know that AEW has the better wrestling. That can't be argued. Yeah, I can. I'll be happy. Like, we put the challenge down to Uncle Dave many times, happily debate that with him. The better matches. The worst matches in AEW are very good. I don't know about that. I've seen some really bad matches, and I get it. There was parts of Double or Nothing that were absolutely phenomenal. The problem is when you do a 10 match or 11 match card and a bunch of the matches are meaningless, you give them an A+. Like if you go do an exam at school and you get 3 out of 11, generally doesn't bring you back a good grade. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they didn't have, good things in there. Now, according to Brian Alvarez, he talked to a bunch of AEW people connected with AEW within AEW, and a lot of them feel like the 5 hours is too long, or the going past midnight is too long, that it should be shorter. It'd be better for fans. It'd be a better fan experience. It would be a better watching experience. It would be easier to control. It would be easier to not make mistakes, and you'd have less matches that don't mean anything. Now, I saw some AEW fans turn on him for just saying what he heard, but I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, I am getting the warning for the start of the show. We are rocking. We are rolling tonight. Let's get up to triple digits and have a lot of fun with a Dynamite that's about to kick off. And I am getting a little bit of Sum 41 and the opening video package. I really got to speed up when I do these hellos. And boom, let's go. Bring back baby cakes. How's it going, Boston? Weird one to stop on. Charles, how you doing? 46-2. Let's go. Bow down to the ground. Question? Maybe. I don't know. You got to be more confident. Toni Storm is getting stale because they don't make her special. She's wrestled a lot, maybe overused. The biggest dilemma for Toni Storm is actual wrestlers to counter her. You need strong story with, like, she's a story-based character. So if you bring in like a Deonna Purrazzo who doesn't buy into her stuff, you know, like when Kevin Owens would freak out about Elijah, that's what you need, like a Deonna or even a Taya, or bring in one of the, use one of the girls that you're already using, but in a heel capacity to kind of doubt it and throw shade, and lose their mind because they're clearly not what they think they are. But we are opening with Toni Storm, I do believe. No, we're opening with Hangman. I lied. It's just Tony Schiavone made me think black and white. But folks, we are off and running. I am going to say hello to as many people as possible. And I know I got a couple super chats popped up. I will get to you as MDB just wanted to be on the leaderboard. Hashtag knee pad, hashtag WFU. How you doing, knee pad? How you doing, MDB? Your new nickname is now knee pad. But welcome, sir. Welcome. Good to see you. Sean, as always, put me on the board. LOL. Hashtag WFULFG. Everybody get on the board. Let's go. Be a friend, tell a friend, help a good cause. Why is Mike Bailey in the 6-man? Because he kind of got I don't know. Kind of got involved at Anarchy. Maybe there was a bit of an issue between Bailey and it's a good question. It just feels like Yahtzee booking, right? Put names on a dice and roll the dice. And whatever 6 names pop up, they're in a match. Tony Khan makes more tag team matches than Teddy Long. Just calls them all-stars. So I got Hangman in the ring. I got Tony Schiavone with them. Crowd's cheering. I hope the Tony Mercedes promo is decent. Me too. See, like with Mercedes going up against Tony, that's the perfect time for Mercedes to act, like to call her out. What is wrong with you? Clearly, like, you really got to dig into that, and it makes it more comical, whimsy, if Tony plays it straight. Adam Hangman Page has the mic. Richard, good to see you. Fletch, good to see you. What's up? What's up? What's up? Who else getting on that board tonight? I'm sorry, but AEW pay-per-views are too long to watch. I have a hard time staying up after 11. Fair enough, Michael, and a lot of people have expressed that. I know, again, there's certain people out there that are blindly following. No, it's amazing, and I can't believe you guys are complaining. Look, if you want to do a 4-5 hour show a couple times a year, or a 5-6 hour show, a big one, fine. You want All In to be huge, fine. But if it's a matter of every single pay-per-view is the same thing, and why am I watching? Why did I pay to watch Paragon and the Callis family? Right? Like, what are we doing here? Like, if they booked Otis versus Tozawa or Rusev versus Tozawa at Money in the Bank, people would lose their mind. But Hangman Page thanking. He's fired up. Okay. Thank you. Adam Page with all the thank yous. 2 months it's All In. Does Edge and Christian link up? It's possible. I mean, it would all be dependent on how is Edge doing. How's Edge feeling? I know people have talked about him coming back now. Serious injury, especially for an older gentleman, a guy that's been kind of beat up a little bit. If he's ready to go, I'm sure they'll try and get him in as soon as possible. Did anyone see the clip of AEW released on Instagram of the match between Hangman Ospreay without commentary? Awesome. Better without commentary. How's that? I did not see that clip, 444, but welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Charles, I got you already. Sean, again, thank you for the super chat. Remember, folks, the super chat, the super stickers, you're only guaranteed to get clicked on. Boston, are you? What are these purple crowns? What? Not a good match. Literally, Joe versus Mox. Joe versus Mox was not a good match. Is that what your counter is? Like Joe Mox is a good match? I would disagree with that. Moxie is bringing AEW back to the top with the best storyline. It's a terrible storyline. Please tell me what the plot of the storyline is. Please tell me how Moxley has lived up to anything he said. Please tell me, again, Joe Mox was not a good match, Fletch. It was average. And everybody talks about, oh, well, no. It was an average match. Even Mox and Swerve, average match with a stunt. John Moxley uses bleeding and stunts to cover up the fact that he doesn't sell shit. He doesn't fucking put anybody over but himself. He cuts promos that don't make sense. He spends more time as a heel, badass heel, running away than he does causing damage. Him trying to poison people with bleach and window cleaner is stupid. He has not been a good champion. The other guys are pulling this company up. The guy on the screen right now is pulling this company up. The Hurt Syndicate is pulling this company up. Tony Storm's pulling this company up. Mercedes, to a degree, is pulling this company up. I will say that. But John Moxley is hurting. He's like an anchor. Dead weight. Adam Page gets the crowd going. Just go old school for once. I'm getting chicken tendies. Good man. What's up, Wrestling Proud? Good to see ya. Blaze, welcome back. How are you? So tonight I will make you a promise. Good evening, Brandon. Let's go. So Adam, Hangman is promising Tony Khan, I think, is who he was promising. Maybe his wife, maybe both. But he is going to win it all in. The crowd's into it. Apparently I have one now. The heck? What are you talking about? And here comes Swerve. What's up, Charles? Tony Storm is getting stale. I can see the CEO dethroning her. I don't disagree with that. I was really surprised that they went back to Timeless Tony for this run. But she's great. Maybe she is a little bit. I just feel like at some point, Mercedes Moné is killing the women's division. She literally is knocking everybody out one by one. Nobody else really getting over. You're running out of decent challengers. Her with all the belts isn't my favorite. Jamie Hayter, I feel bad for Jamie Hayter. I feel bad for Thunder Rosa. As Tony Schiavone's stepping out, I'm a little surprised Swerve is here. I wonder how the MJF Hurt Syndicate storyline continues. Yeah, I don't know what they do now. Right? We were kind of expecting a little bit, could Cedric Alexander be a bit of a swerve? But nothing. So I'm very curious, Richard. Wrestle rants. Okay, let's go to it. I don't need another 30-minute opening promo. I kind of feel like this is going long, but that's just me. KJ being late on the chat is actually cracking me up because the Purple Crown. Yeah, the Purple Crown situation is fucking me up. Bash. Remember, it looks different. Oh, I see the crowns. What is that? I am king of the forest. I think it's the people who comment the most. Well, that's new and exciting. YouTube just be updating shit, not telling nobody. Bradley, thank you. Welcome, AJ. Good to see ya. Puff, let's go. Anthony, I see you in the chat, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Great promo by Hangman. Now, the swerve spot, I'm kind of like, I'd almost rather Moxley come out and have the convo. Let's set the tone. You got to set the tone. Like, why is this happening? Jason, good to see officially, I'm not sure. The crowd's gone quiet. Oh, okay. I'm gonna need Hangman to stop spitting on the camera. Yeah, no shit, right? It was passion, it was fire. It happens, Anthony. But Swerve has effectively killed the crowd and all the energy. I feel like Moxley's purpose of lifting the young guys lost meaning a long time ago. Who's he? You got to give me an example. Who is Moxley made better? Who is having a better career because John Moxley, outside of Wheeler Yuta, because without the Death Riders, Wheeler Yuta wouldn't be booked at all. Dennis, how you doing? AEW is so much better than WWE. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's terrible. What up, Vance? Happy birthday. Jobson AJ. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. How do I get them? Balloons. Happy birthday, my man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending part of your special day with us. And the LED board has a bit of a different look right now, by the way. Funny side note. The Dynamite logo and the graphic is slightly different. Well, Dynasty, I locked my eyes on you. Okay. What's up, Bradley? Let's go. Let's go. MJF hurting this, the Hurt Syndicate. MJF is any closer to AEW World Title? Not right now. Doesn't feel like it. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, there's a bit of a log jam. I'd rather see other guys. MJF's not the MJF he used to be. Young Bucks, best tag team in the world, best ever. Oh, now they're arguing. Yeah, I don't understand this. I kind of want you just to set the tone for All In. But here comes William Ospreay. So the promo continues. Dun, dun, dun. The number of baby faces who said, free the belt, and then kicked the case around or tossed it on the floor rather than open it. Walk down and open. Is this All In match? Some type if they do a fatal 4-way instead of a 1-on-1, I would be okay with it. It might make that match good. Keep in mind, John Moxley killed back-to-back pay-per-views with terrible main events. Top 3 baby faces in one segment. Whose house? Swerve's house. KJ, Nick, and Anthony. The Shirt Syndicate. Let's go. Sup? Let's go. It's good to see you, buddy. Never. Don't look a day over 25. Swerve and Hangman will go down as a better feud than anything WWE. Absolutely. Fucking cooked. Tony Khan should change AEW All In with Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné and Athena. Yeah, Athena's on the, did her thing. She came up, did the job for Sasha, so Sasha could check her off the list, and then we just moved on. I feel bad for Athena. Now, Will's going on a diatribe. Found the random side of IWC 100 people here, and ZZ Top's old head Mark. Oh, brutal. Oh, there you go. High life. Oh, how lovely. I think helps Hangman beat Moxley at All In for sure. Let's go. Let's go. Top 3 babyface in 1 second. Got that one. What's up, Wrestle Rants? What's happening? I like Ospreay's shirt. Well, rocking the soccer uni. So now he's talking to Swerve. Hangman stand there listening in. 15 minutes deep on this one. I kind of want, am I wrong to say, and you guys can tell me if you disagree, but wouldn't it have been better? Hangman comes out, delivers those passionate words, the crowd's on a high, and you either let him leave, nothing else. Just focus on Hangman. Hangman is the guy. Hangman's going to get the belt. Hangman, just focus on Hangman. Or Moxley comes out and tells him how he feels, And at least then we're building the animosity between them two, as instead of standing. I guess we're gonna get Swerve Osprey. I don't even know what Will's saying right now. I love how KG just knows. Yeah, 100%, bro. Got you, bro. It's not your first day here. Find out tomorrow. This is a good segment. Is it though? Honestly, are you happy with this segment so far? The box turns TV off. Facts. Good segment. What's up, KJ? Three faces and a hell of a hell for the title. A face. Oh, heel for. Okay, I got you. Oh yeah, I mean they're setting up. That's. I will say that like they have a good build up here of baby faces that could take out Moxley. There is a contingent out there that think that Moxley is going to win at All In. But now Swerve and Hangman are kind of face to face. Sorry, Osprey, as Swerve walks off. And now they're just talking to each other. They don't even have mics. Yeah, you better be. You better be, AB. YouTube is testing this XP leaderboard according to Threads. I just read that as well a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Sometimes that happens on our socials all the time. You just randomly get a new feature for no reason. This segment reminds me the first time. What the fuck, Chris? What is wrong? Is Will turn heel? I think Swerve. Feels like Swerve might be the guy. That's my only critique there, guys. And I didn't hate it. I feel like it went too long and it got a little long in the tooth just on the delivery. But I kind of just want a spotlight put on Adam Page. So not hate, just constructive in the sense of you want him to feel like the guy. You don't want it to be muddied up with everything else. As we are getting a replay of Anarchy in the Arena, folks, I don't feel like they did a month worth of promos in one segment. I feel like they did. Okay. It felt a bit long. They're still talking. Yes, they are. Kind of in flat, but fun segment. Can hear them talking, crowd. Why do you gotta do Will that Swerve? Right? Thumbs up segment. Okay. Crowd kind of sucks. They cheered at times. I don't really think it's their fault. Especially when you have two guys arguing in the ring and the fans can't exactly hear what's going on. There you go. Get back up there. But the Death Riders roll on up. Why doesn't Gabe Kidd have a shirt on? Now that I believe. Piss poor edition. Osprey failed to make peace. Yes, he did. Can they coexist, pal? I don't know, but here comes John Moxley. So that means this is probably up next. So it looks like we're going to get the trios match. So I will put a poll up, ladies and gentlemen. Are you taking the Death Riders? Or are you taking the baby faces? He's a mercenary. He's a hired gun. All right, okay, we'll see. I think they might have wanted to use their hired gun to help them win an Anarchy match, but that's just me. Good job. Dinner in the oven's always good. Hangman over here looking like Willy Wonka with that. Him and Dempsey go to the same barber. By the way, Boston gave you shit last night. I totally got called out in studio last night of like, you totally said Boston. I meant be hockey and I totally shat all over you. So I love you, buddy. Ospreay failed to make peace. You didn't do a good job. What's next for Swerve? It might be Ospreay. Might be Ospreay. Bye, here comes Willow. Yeah, that segment was cool, but went too long and should have had Hangman talk with Mox. That's kind of how I feel. I think the Ospreay part got a little long, and I kind of was having trouble of like, what is Ospreay even saying? It became about Ospreay and Swerve, right? Like that's kind of, Swerve walks out, Ospreay's dejected. It wasn't, the beginning was about Hangman wants to win the title. He promises he will win the title. But by the end, it wasn't about that anymore. It was about something else. So to me, it just wasn't the best. I thought he killed it. And I thought they took a little bit of his energy away. Marky Briscoe in the house. Let's go. Speedball. Almost gets knocked over by Briscoe. Got the bodies hit the floor. My God. Let's go. Let's go, Ronan. Did they ever explain why Gabe Kidd is in the storyline? So what they just said on commentary was the first I've heard of it, Richard. He is a mercenary. He is a hired gun. So Jon Moxley has rented the services of Gabe Kidd, who kicks off the match against Briscoe. So here's my thoughts as far as the setup of the show. And you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I won't criticize. I will just present. You have Hangman Page, who's going to fight at your biggest show of the year against Jon Moxley. You open the show with Hangman Page. He cuts a passionate, as everybody gets in the ring, as always, we're brawling. He offers this really good promo. Swerve comes out. Ospreay comes out. They all kind of leave quiet. The energy comes down. The very next thing we see, Jon Moxley. Like you get the disconnect that I'm having where why didn't you just in the middle of Page spilling his heart, they clip to outside and the truck rolls up. They walk in. There's an exchange. Am I wrong? Like does that not sound better for the show? Now you have your challenger and the world champion literally minutes apart and don't even interact. But that should be the focus. Tony is the only female wrestler AEW loves. She excites the crowd. Mercedes tries but fails. Oh, we're setting it up. Shout out to Sabu. Mark Briscoe up and over. I hope Mariah May doesn't leave AEW for WWE. Michael, it's heavily rumored, my guy. It's heavily rumored. And she'll do great things. She will do great things. There's more than Tony there, Anthony. I would say that. As we go to pitcher and pitcher. By the way, that's where Deanna Prazo said we could find her was maybe during pitcher and pitcher. So that's always good. Gabe Kidd is on loan or has secretly signed. No rumors or stories yet about secretly signing. You would hope that you have him signed. You know people are watching. If Gabe Kidd looks like a boss here and you don't have him locked down, you might have another Stephanie Vacour on your hands or Dragon Lee. This 6-man tag is meh. It really is. I don't care about it. So Swerve got his tongue stapled and no, right? The next day, I'm good. I'm good. The Spirit Squad was better than the Death Riders. I agree. Death Riders always showing up in mid-ass truck. Anyone could. Marina's face kind of reminds me of Llama from Empire's New Groove. Gabe just no shirt. Yeah, that's his. Fuck the shirt, he says. He doesn't care if he gets service. He's no shirt. He's on loan. Again, I just think if you made Gabe Kidd a part of the build for Anarchy, use him in Anarchy. Why would you not use him? And then have him show up on Dynamite in a who cares? I don't know. It's kind of tough. I wish they stopped having Marina wrestle, but I've seen Marina have really good matches. We've watched a lot of Marina on the indies, and Nick and I both kind of agree that she's done well on the indies. And you know, you put her in like a blood sport, she's solid. But even in some of the GCW matches she's had, she can go. There is something there, but we just don't see it ever. Right? Like, you want me to believe that Marina's a badass? Give her a couple one-on-one matches. Straight up one-on-ones. Let her dust a couple women. What's up, theater? How you doing, man? That Anarchy in the Arena looked fire. AEW pay-per-views are the best of the company. Got to figure out how to build them more effectively. This is the third pay-per-view I'm regretting not ordering. The only thing I'm going to say about this is Double or Nothing, and I said it off the top. Yeah, the Anarchy in the Arena wasn't my cup of tea. I'm not mad at anybody that did love it. Like, I just, you know, people are jazzed because a table exploded. Like, oh my God. Like, yeah, there was some cool spots. Like Kenny jumping off a bunch of guys that have been staring at him for 7 minutes to get in place. There was some stuff. The Bucks dressed as the founding fathers, I thought was dumb. They don't take anything real serious, and it makes it feel kind of kiddie and backyardy. But that was my feeling on it. Now, some people liked it, some people didn't. To me, that was one of the better parts of the show. Might have been better if it was the main event. But yeah, I mean, Hangman Ospreay was pretty good. Wasn't Ospreay's best match of the year. Wasn't Hangman's best match I've ever seen. Double or Nothing isn't AEW's best pay-per-view of 2025. So if for the people out there that thought it was phenomenal, great, because we've had things like Revolution this year that were much better. The Death Riders for the win. Briscoe found some blood after the stretcher match, right? Briscoe Speedball, Willow Nightingale for the win. Let me check the polls. Death Riders, 56%. Good Guys, 32. Nobody gets 11. 11. I think I saw a super chat. Let me click on some of these. God, click on this one. The number of baby faces who said, I got that one. Thank you so much, Spaz. Just in case I haven't said it. And $5 to follow. When you guys, when you see a guy with a rubber toe, don't worry. It's just Roberto walking home with his friend Carlos. Good job. Good job. But that's worth it. That's how you do a super chat. But I did see one podcaster today of like, I can't believe they don't book Umberto. Get out of here. Oh, yeah, I went back and pulled the tape. I was like, you have me on tape. Yeah, my bad. I ate it. That's on me, bro. It's okay. There you go. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. I do appreciate that. But yeah, I went back because I was convinced. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm talking to someone else. No, I was wrong. There you go. The troublemaker of the wrenches. Gabe and Moxley can trick the ref with some twin magic. Almost, right? As Moxley yanks Speedball off the turnbuckle. Gabe Kidd is on the floor for some reason. And so is... Oh, super kick to Moxley. Oh, look. He does not fall over. Moxley's just a little wobbly because he's so tough. That's why he runs away all the time. But the women are in. Willow throwing bombs. I wish Willow gets her own moment soon. Being in the main event scene, equalizing Marina is okay, but she could do better. Willow should be a merchandising monster. Willow should be pushed. The crowd reacts to Willow. The crowd likes Willow. But Willow got sucked into the Monet vortex. She got ran over. They gave Willow the belt just so Mercedes could get revenge on the fact that Mercedes slipped off the turnbuckle on her own accord at another show in another company. Sorry, Willow. Oh, Gabe Kidd. You're right. I almost said Moxley. Gabe Kidd grabs Willow. Briscoe pops Kidd. Close on to the outside. And now we got Mox and Willow Speedball throwing the kicks. Moxie wobbles and then just rolls out. That's the shit about Moxie that makes me mad. Look, now he's just walking around. He's not selling the fact that he got kicked. He's just watching the match like the fans. Quick, get the man some fucking popcorn. Moxley is the worst fucker in this company. Right, rinse and repeat. Let's go. Marina and Speedball both have their piggies out. Oh, I'm a huge fan of Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd is awesome. I hated the Bucks gear. I thought it looked like straight idiots. That's the thing. There's a time and place for it. And I'm not saying you can't be silly in wrestling. You're coming out for Anarchy in the Arena, this blood feud match. I want to see grown men be grown men. Like, they're my age. Be grown men. Be adults. Act like fathers. Act like guys that are taking the business serious. Act like guys that are, oh, well, that's their gimmick. You know, no, but it's bad. It's, wow. Bailey dropped into the timekeeper's table by Gabe Kidd. Also known as Moxley Thick. I'm a huge fan of Gabe Kidd. Why not? Anarchy was a fun match, but only seems as amazing as Bodies by Drowning Pool changed the energy of the match and crowd. It was a good moment, and I know I kind of rolled my eyes. I hate the music spot, and I hate spots that, well, we got to do it again next year. Like, what's next year's song going to be? I don't know. I missed one. Did I get them all now? Let me double check. Good pay-per-views don't feel long, no matter the length. What board? All the boards. Get on the board. Everybody get on the board. Spaz on the board. Sean Reed's on the board. MDB's on the board. Let's go. Everybody get on the board. Super chats this way now. That's the problem. I'm an AEW fan. I want the AEW show to be good. If I'm sitting here doing this live and I'm going like, my God, when is this over? Can we go off the air now? That's bad. That's not good. Yes. Was there good stuff? Yes. But there was too many things in between that, just didn't work. That didn't need to be on a pay-per-view. There you go. Number 2 on the board. I'm number 1. I'm on my board. There you go. I'm number 1 in our hearts. There. I almost called you Anthony, Boston. Mike Bailey is boring. Mike Bailey can go, though. I'm sorry, but this match is awesome. This match is still fucking going, is the problem. We are 33 minutes into Dynamite. The opening promo, like I said, Paige killed it. But then your booker fucks up. I think, you might disagree, having the spotlight taken off of Hangman and put on the other two, only to have Moxley walk out. Like, it's like that old cartoon gag of the one guy goes through the door and the other guy comes in right at the same time. That's what it felt like. But then we get into this trios match and it's not good. It's okay. As I'm getting a Disney commercial. But yeah, I mean, and you know what? You want to have this match. But what's the purpose of this match? Where does it lead from here? And why does it have to go? Could we spend less time, like Dave Meltzer said, the matches are always very good. Well, that's not true. This is perfect proof. And I said, and I continue to say, Moxley doesn't have good matches. His best match might be Anarchy in the Arena, but that was because there was 9 other people. You to interfere. Yeah, as always. Mike Bailey's boring. I like Bailey, though. I do. Low-key, I feel like Willow wants to be indie-rific. Yeah, well, she re-signed. That's why she re-signed. Again, freedom. Willow, at this stage of Willow's career, she would have to go into the Performance Center. She'd have to go into NXT. She'd have to climb the ranks. She'd have to bypass people. And I'm not saying she can. I'm a big Willow fan. But she'd have to do all that for less money and more dates. Right? Tony Khan re-signed her at a very lucrative deal to keep her. And life's good again. I mean, you might not get the best of bookings. You could. It is what it is, but you're still young. So You take the money while you can. Get well soon to good old JR, 100%. Apparently, successful surgery. Our thoughts and prayers are with the legend, the GOAT, if you ask me. So, yeah, by all means, folks, give some love to good old JR, and we hope he bounces back. Would love to hear him call a little more. I want one more JR King match. I don't care what it is, and it should be like at a Mania. Gabe Kidd got... I'm number one on the board. There you go. I created my own board. That's the way to do it. If you're going to do it, that's the way to go. Next year's Anarchy in the Arena song will probably be Riot by 3 Days Grace. Let's go. Now, John Moxley, for the third time this match, is doing the wobbly drunk spot. Mox tags Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd runs across, pops Briscoe, and spits at Willow. 36 minutes into the show. I hate that speedball flurry kick spot. It looks so cheesy. It doesn't, that I don't like a lot because it does look so lame. It does look lame. Big kick, big clothesline by Kidd. Throwing out the lefty. And Statlander watching on from the back. Statlander joined the Death Riders. This match is okay. This match is long. Let's go. Other than the table spot, the match has just been fine. Did TK mess up already? I mean, not fully. It just hasn't been the most exciting start to the show. Briscoe kicks Gabe. Enziguri gets Moxley to roll out again. Moxley's favorite thing to do. Get hit, roll out. Don't act like you just got hurt. Just roll out. This man rolls out more than Ludacris. Gabe Kidd hasn't done much in this match. We see a lot of biting in AEW. A lot of biting in this company as Gabe bites Briscoe. Headbutt, chop, headbutt, chop. Gabe Kidd is good, folks. Don't get me wrong. Jordan Grace should be NXT Women's Champion. She might be property of SmackDown very soon. So, again, in time, will things be explained? Yes. I feel like people are shitting all over poor JC, but it's not like she hasn't been there for a hot minute working her ass off. AEW is the best indie show in the world. The highest financed, that's for sure. Willow tagging the fans. Bailey moonsault to the floor. Down go the Baldy twins. Spine ball, as Taz just called speedball. Hashtag spine ball. I feel like I've seen better mixed tags. Again, the match is going really long. Speedball kicks Yuta. Willow kicks Marina. Froggy Bone Kidd. And we got a deep two. Volcano, green lava, orange, rocket, red, countdown, lift off. I like that one. Again, we got to make that a game. Willow would have to work her butt off for less and still may get cut. Yeah, that's the thing, right? There are people, and we talked about it with Ricochet. WWE is not for everybody. Like Willow, like Ospreay, might not be the best fit. Wait, Commander, what the fuck? Ole! Commander does the same rope spot he does every time we see him. But we have Alex Abrahantes in the house. Let's go. So Claudio will be fighting Commander on Saturday. So he got involved in this match today. 2 count. Paradigm shift. Into the Bulldog. Speedball gets destroyed. Thank you for signing with AEW so we could make you look bad. if they choke out all three baby faces, Marina got a stranglehold on the outside and another pass out because we do not tap out. Abrahantes. Everybody passes out. The baby faces look like bitches. And that was a long match for no good reason. The only thing that this match built up to was Claudio fighting Commander. Okay. How do we feel, folks? Would Statlander be a good fit? The Death Riders should disband and stop being a thing. So Statlander joining, I don't know. I get it. I guess it gets her more TV time. I'm going to say this. I'm actually surprised with the amount of booing for Moxley right now. I will say that. Moxley sells nothing. He is one of the worst wrestlers in the world. Stop booking this guy. They don't even have the briefcase. Where's the briefcase? But we move to the Hurt Syndicate. I've heard a rumor that about Stephanie Vancouver and Jordan Grace getting called up. That is the rumor. I don't know who started the rumor. I don't know if it's substantiated at all, but people are surmising based on the result of last night that both ladies are on their way up to the main roster, and it's possible. Where's Anthony? It wasn't my turn to watch him. Everybody is expendable, Kid Rivos. No, and you are right. That's the thing. And this idea is, I think it's a fair argument, Yeet God, that Tony Khan is a guy that is more likely to keep you long term, even if he's not using you. It's not that he never releases anybody, but he rarely releases anybody. He holds on to people too long. People have to ask for their release. People got to sit at home and work out their contract. Ask Wardlow, ask Ricky Starks. But on the other side of that coin, yeah, I mean, if I had a guaranteed paycheck from a guy like Tony, and it's another couple years, I'm going to bank. I'm going to make bank now because I never know if I'm ever going to make it or if I'm ever going to land. You know, here at least I'm kind of already in spot. People like me. It's a big risk to start all over for less guaranteed money. That's a tough one. But I got Penelope Ford and Megan Bain's chest. This cameraman getting a W. Oh, there's Megan. So up next, a no DQ match. So we go from a... I love this company. All right, I will put the poll up for this one. Folks, how you feeling out there as we go to... Well, we're on the screen right now. I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fun one as we bring you TNA Impact. Trick Williams will be on Impact tomorrow night. So make sure you join us. Be a part of all the shows. Be a part of all the fun. We are about to get ready for the Money in the Bank. The shows are clipping, and we appreciate everybody for being a part of it. And the nicest thing you could do out there is just be a friend, tell a friend, share our link with anybody and everybody you know. We appreciate it. But you guys can let me know in the chat who's going to win this no DQ. Technically, the way AEW in the past have called it a Texas tag match, they're not doing that tonight, but it is a no DQ tag match. Bain and Ford running it back. Against Harley. And we got a 50-50 shot. Does Harley bite Anna's ass tonight? Will that be part of the match? But yeah, there you go. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? Briscoe gets choked out. Again, Briscoe is there to do the job. And you could do so. Imagine Mark Briscoe was the Continental Champion, or Mark Briscoe was the TNT Champion. And you said he's a fighting champion. And week in and week out, he's your workhorse. He's that mid-card guy that carries the load. And you see him in good match after good match, and he gets wins. How much would the fans be behind him? If you gave Mark Briscoe half the love that you give Mercedes Moné, Mark Briscoe will cause people to buy tickets. Mark Briscoe would cause people to buy merch. Mark Briscoe is better for business, but you just job him out because he's not one of the in crowd, because he's not one of the clique, because he's not one of Tony's bum buddies, because he's on the periph. So he's another one of these talents that either don't get used or get used just to eat an L. Drives me nuts. That's the problem. Osprey is busy doing things, caught up in the Callis family too much. Move him up, put him in his rightful place. If Hangman takes Moxley's spot, there you got some challengers. You have options. You have ways to work that. You have talent like Willow, takes a lot of L's, doesn't get booked a lot. I think the best people in this company are the ones that receive the least booking. And the ones that don't seem to move the numbers, the ones that don't seem to sell tickets, are the ones that we see a lot of. The Bucks, Moxley. People don't give a fuck about the Death Riders. And I know there's a small pocket out there that are like, yeah, we do. It's a small pocket. I've seen a lot of AEW fans of like, please save us. And someone might argue, well, that's what's supposed to happen. Moxley's making us want somebody to get the belt off him. To a point. But really, we just want it because it's uncool, it's unfun, it's not exciting. That's why we want to see that change. Good job for signing Speedball. Yeah, Speedball just hanging around. Commander showed up for nothing. Commander showed up to set up the match for Saturday. I got Ricochet. In any way, wrestling promotion, all wrestlers are expendable to an extent. It's like any business, any company. You are expendable unless you're running the place. This match wasn't good and there was no point to it. Fun times. I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm so over Moxley and his clan of stupidity. Facts. Look at all the love. Moxley literally sells nothing. Nothing. The closest John Moxley gets to selling is rolling out. He falls down and rolls out, and it's like he thinks that there's this magic force field around the fucking ring that you can't see him when he rolls out. So then he just starts walking around. It is insulting. Like, I know people want to defend Mox, but it's literally disrespectful to the people you work with to not sell anything. And if you're going to be the guy that doesn't sell shit, then you can't be the guy that runs away all the time. If one of the babyface come running down to the ring, you stand in the middle. You're the crazy guy that won't run away, that won't back down. You can't do both, right? Think about I think Sandman's a good example. Sandman was a maniac. Sandman didn't run away very often. There's not many times in my recollection of ECW times that Sandman was a guy that ran away. Even if he was in a position, like the heel position, which he was a lot, if someone ran out at him, he was at least having the fight. Might be a blow off. He might try and get away, but there's a fight. This whole, I'm a badass, you can't hurt me. Oh, I gotta go. They're hurting my friend. It doesn't connect. It doesn't compute. But Megan Bayne and Penelope in the ring. And I actually like Megan Bayne and Penelope together. They look good. Now, anybody understand why at 10 to 9 on a Wednesday night, we are getting this no DQ match? And again, the AEW fans, the tribalists, are going to pop off because there's going to be a table. So this is already a star-studded match. I mean, it's 5 stars for different reasons. And I love Harley, but let's be real. Penelope Ford has a a good chair, a gold chair. Yes. Harley getting more chairs. Megan working over. Oh, sorry, Harley in the corner. Anna getting chairs. Ford and Bayne 60%. So a bit of an edge. Sandman on Legion of Skanks was awesome. I love Loss so much. And when they do the wrestling crossovers, oh, the LOS. Yeah, no, amazing. Unreal. Megan Bain coming out to no pop. Oh, Megan goes into the chair. At least a quarter of your job as a wrestler and half of what you do in the ring is selling. It's what draws sympathy for the babyface and displays the power for the heels. Without selling, it's a shoot. Well said. I don't have to add anything to that, Money. Well said. Because he's not quite. Well, only time we see Abrahantes now is with Commander, I think. So Anna has a 2x4. Harley's got a pipe. Megan kind of sells it. Anna puts down the 2x4 to get a chair. Pipe, chair, pipe. Don't insert pipe jokes, you bastards. MJF down. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooked, KJ, right? I like it, Jose. Nailed it. That's it, though. It's so fucking disheartening to watch. It really is. And I know I stole someone's word. But if Moxley wants to put people over, if Moxley wants to help the company, you got to make guys look like a badass, right? Like, if you want us to believe that so-and-so is a guy that could beat you, when he hits you, you got to act like you got hit. This whole roll out, walk around bullshit, it's embarrassing. And 3 times in the tag match, he did the wobbly drunk thing. Okay, once, twice, maybe, but you're just going to keep going to the well? Like, are your knees bad? Or is your back bad? Why don't you go down? Why don't you take proper bumps? I don't get it. Ricochet dressed like he's wearing Dracour Noir. Why does Ricochet look like... That's exactly what he looks like. Kick out by Ford. Crowd's a little so-so on this. And Harley going under the ring. Here come the tables. Best match ever. Ricochet teasing a group. Well, yay. Mox sold his ass for Lesnar because he knew. That's, yeah, absolutely. I dare you to no-sell Brock. So, ladies and gentlemen, we go to pitcher and pitcher right now. The ladies, no DQ match is rolling along. Yes, there was a gold chair. She is a powerhouse. Let's go. KJ, I think Tony Khan keeps Mark Briscoe around in AEW for respect for Jay. Even though Tony Khan doesn't have anything creative for Mark, he doesn't want. Yeah, I completely agree. That's part of it. And I can't fault the man. Like, I know the man was generous. Everything you hear about Tony Khan is he's a nice guy. He's just a little bit out of touch with reality. And he is being taken advantage of. And I'm not saying Mark is, but by others. But Tony's a nice guy. Tony, helps put more food on people's plates. It's why I don't want this company to fail. I don't want this company to go away. But watching a lot of things transpire over the last couple of years, I want it to bounce back. I want it to be better. And apparently saying that, you're the worst human ever, depending on who you say it to. I think Anna Jay can bring out a lot to the table as well. Anna Jay's got star written all over her. She's somebody that, if it's developed properly, continues. I think the best thing she's done is go overseas and get work in, because, yeah, I think she's got a lot of upside, a lot of potential, a great look, a great desire to wrestle. Harley, again, like, if you could take Harley and teach her some stuff, I don't know if Maxine Dupree's the right fucking comparable, but kind of that vibe, like almost Lana back when. But you can do more with Harley, because if you can train her a little bit better, people love Harley. This is one thing that AEW is lacking, and some people argue, well, the wrestling speaks for itself. Not when nobody's making any noise. Not when the fan base isn't cheering. We got to be into the people, and people are into like Willow and Harley, and we have to book them. Outrunners. Why are the Outrunners not on AEW all the fucking time? Thank you, Damien. So who would be in a group with Ricochet? Who would join Ricochet? Anna Jay is a future champion. Could be. TNA is calling. Yeah, answer the phone. You can bet the whole house Monet goes over Storm at All In. That's where I'm putting my money, JV. I'd be shocked if they don't. I really would be shocked. Then the ironic part is they'll go, look, like, see, she puts other people over. Why would she put someone like Athena over? Tony's already over. Let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to keep up. Folks. Keep it coming. Knife for banana. What? AEW has a world champ that loses amateur jiu-jitsu fights, and we're supposed to believe that he's a badass. Again, let's separate the show from reality. And again, that's even funny. I would have never let that get out. But again, if you're going to be a badass, be a badass. If you're going to be that guy, like, you know, if you're going to be that guy, you got to be that guy. You can't be, your actions have to match your words. And he hasn't caused any anarchy. Maybe a little bit in the arena, but Harley and, oh my God, Megan Bain. Anna with a forearm. I'm convinced Anna got work done on the back end. Chair shot to Penelope. Chair shot to Bain through the table. Best match ever. I don't mind these two. Yeah, no, not at all. KJ, respectfully, we can't say hashtag we want Harley and then not respect when we get her. No, I just don't get the DQ part of it. But I'm so happy to see Harley. She just threw a fucking powerbomb. But you're right. The combination of brunt and pipe jokes is tempting, but I'll be good. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Nothing like good old, no good old pipe jokes. Camille, should have been Camille. Camille should have been Mercedes heavy. Mercedes pushed her out of the spotlight, though. That's the problem with Camille is you needed Sasha to put Camille over, and I don't believe Sasha wants to put anybody over. I feel like there's a lot of insecurity coming out of AEW right now. Telling you, this show's amazing, and if you don't like it, you're dumb. So insecure. As the doctor just came running out, I know the ladies bounced off the stairs, but the action has come to a stop, and they're zoomed in. Oh. Crew, that's really going to be the gang? Dawson, that's really going to be the gang. That can't be the answer. Ah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. It's like, what? Such a terrible spot with the chair and the pipe shots. She literally walked over to them and got in play. Yeah, again. But people overlooked that just because, like, oh, Harley's bleeding from the face. Looks. Anna gets pancaked on a chair. Bain gets, oh my God, these matches won't end tonight. As we come up to the 9 o'clock hour, there you go. It looked terrible. True, didn't love Megan and clearly positioning the back. I thought we were all going to be stuck at 75, but never mind. I'm giving you two more credit than I should. I don't know what's happening. Context king on that one. KJ, you think Mark Briscoe needs to be repackaged? No, he just needs to be booked as Harley's fake blood. Another kick out. So funny. Match is great. The old man gotcha. I just realized Ricochet might join the crew. Really? Anna Jay has a lot of upside, and amen, brother. So the doctor's dealing with Anna. This match has gotten slow. The crowd has gotten quiet. But people are going to say, what an amazing women's match. AEW's women, fire. A horrible doomsday device. And we get a 1, 2, 3. Harley takes the pin. Harley's trying to act like she's bleeding, but it's just smudgy. Is she actually bleeding from the nose? She might actually be bleeding from the nose. Just looked a wee bit smudgy as she's laying there checking herself. Mulligan on Lanza. Never had a ring gear like Anna. Yeah, no shit. Mulligan or Lanza. Oh, Ricochet and Carmelo would have been good. They could have worked. They could have worked for sure. You guys don't get much companionship, huh? Who is that at? The chat is all over the place today, and I'm behind. Chat, any ideas? Who would you put in Ricochet's group? Yeah, it better not be like, when I say better not be the crew, I just don't think it should be the crew. But coming up tonight, we still do have Tony Storm and Mercedes going to have a chat. Michael, if I was Tony Khan, I see money in turning Anna Jay heel. Can't turn everybody heel, but I think you could have done that once upon a time, Michael. I don't think you can do it now. As we get the Lolo rolling up. Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Mercedes in the house. I thought it was Sexy Red. I'm just kidding. They told the guy driving the car, we don't want to see your face. Thought it was Eddie Kingston driving the car. What's happening, fella? Sports entertainment guy in the building. Just jump right in and feel relaxing in here. It's great to be the B34th year, 40th, 34th year old today. Easy for me to say, as here come the ops. Was this advertised? I don't have a call out for this match. So I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow for TNT. Of course, Trick Williams, your new TNA, your new TNA champion. The ops are here. No, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Let's see if we can make it work. Balloons. Happy birthday. Thanks for popping in. Let's go. PhD in cheeks. Is it just really like how tight are those straps, man? That shit came from nowhere. As we run back when Hook returned, Hook is not happy with the ops. KJ, Ricochet, and Braun. Congrats to Callie Armstrong as a new Evolve champion. Good job, Callie. Let's go. Let's go. Gigi Dolan versus Anna Jay. Take my money. Harley hurt. Harley smashed her face. And at first I thought it was like the fake blood. But when they showed her, she was actually looked to be bleeding from the nose. Might have broken her nose. And here comes the frat house, the frat boys. Griff Garrison's back. So Chase U. I mean, what the fuck? The frat house. Okay. It's like old school. A bunch of 30-somethings acting like they're in university. I like it. Broken nose, maybe. If anyone criticizes AEW, they just don't know what they are talking about. That's what everyone says. This is my favorite thing. It happens all the time. Generally, you clearly don't watch the show. I love when that gets thrown at me because clearly we watch the shows. It's this weird dynamic, and we talked about it before. Like, you know, this personal vendetta. Like, we get it. It's your favorite, but you don't work there. Calm down. Take a breath. There is so many people in the fucking ring right now. Okay, I'm going to put a poll. Should I put a poll up for this one? They're giving the jobbers mic time. They're throwing parties looking for their next member. That's now how we are recruiting at AEW, is at frat parties. Oh, he slipped that one in. That was kind of funny. Zelina botch. Harley's busted open wide. Harley's nose is bleeding. Not fake blood. I thought it was. I stood corrected. I just realized, KJ, how you feel about Shotzi. Shotzi's join with Harley in AEW. Bring the tank. Will be so over. Let's go. Shotzi's going to land on her feet. I think she'll be okay. I want to see what she does. Again, it's not like she didn't get opportunities, and she might not have been ready or actually did very well with those opportunities. The match starting to get rough. I must be that far behind. 2-0. I got to see what you guys are saying about this. Frankie, thank you for the super chat. Are the Young Bucks and Death Riders still taking over AEW? Does it feel like it? As Joe off and running. Does it feel like it? That's all you got to like. That's the answer to that question, Frankie. Does it feel like the Bucks and Moxley are hijacking the company right now? Chat is just chatting for points now. Keep chatting. Keep going. Get all the points. We get plenty of companionship. We just giving the ladies what they want. Absolutely. I think we give Tony too hate when the shows are bad and not enough of the wrestlers. I realize the buck stops at him, but clearly they have a lot of freedom. And that is part of the problem, Adam, and I do agree with you on that. Like I said earlier, Tony Khan, I've never heard anyone say, wow, Tony Khan's a real asshole. Nobody. Punk said he was a nice guy. Other people, like everyone goes on the road, what a nice guy. I hear he's generous. He's given a lot of donations. He's helped people out when they've been in need. I think he's a good guy. I think because he grew up a billionaire, his reality is a little warped. I think his own self-preservation and trying to validate himself in a wrestling world has been hard on him because he's used to kind of getting what he wants. I don't think he's a bad guy, but part of his job is managing that. Right? If you gave Moxley freedom and then you do media interviews where you say Moxley's phenomenal, Moxley does Moxley, like you as the boss either have to do it or put people in place to do it. Maybe CM Punk is still in AEW if there was a better manager above them. Maybe Cody Rhodes never leaves AEW if it was better managed. We've heard a lot of stories about that, and the booking is part of it. When Rusev doesn't want to do jobs, Malachi doesn't want to do jobs. Yeah, because they don't want to lose to fucking Wheeler Yuta, but by strangulation in the middle of the ring. It doesn't make sense to them. I get that. Like this match with the frat is going way too long. Preston Vance. But yeah, I mean, again, I have no ill will towards Tony. I'm grateful Tony started this company. I'm grateful that I had an alternative, especially in a time when WWE sucked really bad. It was great to have a company show up that was different. But now we're 6 years in, and I'll be honest, I dislike the toxic fan base more than I dislike the show. I love AEW in a lot of ways. I'm critical of AEW because I'm a fan of AEW, but you see how people end up in cults, how people get tricked. It's people like that just blind faith. Doesn't matter what proof you give them. And Hobbs pins one of the fratters. A green Skittle and half a warm beer. That's Ricochet's crew. This camera's work is bad. Keep calm. What is MDB saying? Happy birthday to Seth Rollins. Shout out. See, this is what I don't get with Tony Khan. Why does Tony Khan love beating the shit out of his stars and fucking weird male and female talent? I don't know. You're supposed to build up stars. They look like, They look terrible all the time. As the ops are celebrating, now pre-match, they made reference to Hook. Post-match, no Hook yet. Does Hook pop out somewhere? Or did they just show us that for no reason? Sup, Mega? Go Oilers, buddy. Up next, Kyle Fletcher versus Adam Cole. I don't understand the ops. I don't get it either. I don't know why they're called the ops. I don't get it. I don't get anything about the ops. I love Joe. I think Hobbs could be an absolute star in the right environment. Shibata, I like. I thought Shibata was onto something when he had the phone gimmick. I thought that was funny enough where answering with your phone was kind of creative and funny, and you had opportunity to kind of have a little bit of comic relief in the middle of the show, in the middle card. And then he's a badass in the ring. That didn't go anywhere. It feels like, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong or right on this one. Tony feels like old VKM, where if the talent gets over and he didn't pick them to get over, he doesn't want to push them. Outrunners might be an example. Harley Cameron might be an example. We've seen it time and time again. Like, we get really good talent, and Shibata kind of got over a little bit with the gimmick. But, you know, I'm supposed to believe that Wheeler Yuta and Danny Garcia and Jack Perry are these badasses that just beat up everybody. I don't know. I don't get it. I had to check out the Evolve. I keep hearing it's pretty good. A lot of people have been praising it. I can't imagine the idea that, oh no, AEW Dynamite losing viewers in the first hour to Evolve on Tubi. My God. Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Mercedes has arrived in a lowrider, Eddie Guerrero style. There you go. Ronan's happy. Griff Garrison's back. Griff! We have not seen Griff since he went like 20 strong with a cope that I can think of other than Ring of Honor. Yeah, who the fuck? The Studios division sucks. It doesn't exist. The tag team division doesn't exist. Right? Like, list off all the tag teams. I'll wait. It won't take long. Right? Like, why did that match go more than fucking 4 minutes? Broken nose in the women's division injury now. And broken noses. Remember there was a run. AEW had like 6 women break a nose. I think Britt broke her nose twice. It's a thing. You're my boy, Blue. Man, they aren't giving the ops much to work with. No. And where does it mean? Where does it go? No. Spirit Squad, that's what it felt like. It felt like Chase U. The Fart Boys, even better. Megan Bain and Penelope Ford shall pay for their crimes against humanity. But how? How becomes the question, MDB? Hurting poor Harley like that. Mega, what's up to everybody? Yep, there you go. That's a good question, Dale. OG Dale, how are you, buddy? The show is going downhill. The show is hit. I feel like the show came out and hit second gear and never got into first, and then just dropped down into third and stayed there. Is that fair? Are people going to try and convince me that woman's no DQ match was wonderful? I don't know. That's what I feel like. They've been in third gear. As now we got Renee in the ring. Griff Garrison looks 30. 30 teen. Facts. But here comes Jamie Hayter. What kind of member? Crazy wrestling a bangs toe on a nightstand, and they are out. And yeah, for 9 months, just collecting checks. The ops for the win. Jamie coming out. Jamie's music doesn't match her vibe. Shouldn't she come out to like Ming T? Like, shouldn't she come out to something a little more retro, a little more vibey? right? Like I feel like she should come out to something a little more Austin Powers like. But the crowd, a nice little Jamie chant. Soul Bossa Nova. Lights out! But why? Lights out, lights out, lights out. Julia Hart, right? Thekla. 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 And here comes Thekla. One of the newest signings for AEW, folks. The Toxic Spider. And she's already got Jamie down. They missed it. They missed the reveal. But the Toxic Spider is here. Apparently, she was fired for punching the president. And now she is here. Oh, hello. Thekla in the house. Let's go. Where are the guns? The guns are MIA. What'd Pal say? Did something happen to Orange Cassidy? No. Apparently he was banged up, but nothing specific. They took him out. And we go from that to Mystico. Going to CMLL. Is this the counter booking? The counter booking, we got Mystico. OC got injured a few weeks ago. It was more than a few weeks now. I'm pretty confident that he's good to go. Malachi Black, Thekla. I'm interested. She made it interesting. Jamie Hayter. The who? Thekla's here. Bad camera work. Yep. Kind of missed that reveal moment a little bit. My bad. Our bad. That's on us. But we can't get Deanna on TV, right? So right now I'm getting a video package on Mystico. Did they sign him? You know what blows my mind? We just got a Mystico video package. For all the talent you have in your company that you haven't given a video package for. Help me understand. Help me understand, folks. Whole lot of hater in the... Yeah, kind of. Haven't noticed OC gone, and that's, yeah. That tells you all you need to know. As up next, we do have a championship match as Adam Cole will defend against the Proto Star. So feeding Jamie to Thekla, yes, they are. Oh, yeah, who cares about the ups? Put that down. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Get in the chat, folks. Who you taking? Who you taking? Are you taking Kyle? Are you taking our good buddy Adam Cole? Let me change that to Fletcher because there's a couple Kyles. Thekla, the Toxic Spider. Dawson having a laugh. Or pretty hot women. Yeah, no shortage. I had to talk to Spider once, but some Ray took care of that. Toxic Spider. Does Thekla wear knee pads? I think so. But here comes Adam Cole. You go from a debut to like I said this earlier, Sean, about the Death Rider situation. I thought it in the last segment as well. How the show is structured and put together, another thing that falls under Buddy TK, it's not great. It's not thought out. Like you didn't even get to kind of like rest on the moment of Thekla doing what she did. And then we're into some video package about a guy that works in another company. How does that make sense? Anthony's in the chat losing his mind that we can't find Deonna Purrazzo, but we got a package for Mystico. Now, is that just Tony Khan's way of trying to hype up, a wrestler from Mexico? Is that him like a counter booking attempt? What was the point of that? I don't understand. Did they sign him? Because if not, I don't give a fuck. Why at the expense of Jamie, though? This is what I meant in the last minute, KJ, about why does Tony, again, that becomes the question. And for Tony, it's not about where you stand in the company. It's not about long-term booking. It's not about where this is going to go. It's, I like this now. This is the toy I want to play with, and I'm going to play with it. That's all it is. So a Mystico package, and he's not there. Facts. I don't understand. And these are the things, like tonight when you get off here and you guys go to the internet, or you hear people that really want to praise this show tonight. Oh, Dynamite's still cooking this year. They started well. They've been in a puttery situation lately. But when you get to the internet, you'll see people want to talk about the stuff they thought was good. And apparently the other stuff doesn't count. Like it's, like you erase your two lowest scorers and shit. I don't know what it is. So you get like a boring 40 minutes of a wrestling show, but we had a women's no DQ match, so best Dynamite ever. It doesn't quite add up. This is not the main event, I guess. What else? Is Tony and Mercedes going to get the main event spot to talk? Nothing else is announced. Oh, I lied. It's right there in front of my face. That's your main event. I like this. Thought on Kenny Omega defending his title next week in a fatal four-way. Similar to, I don't mind it in a way, but you're doing a special show, you're having him defend a mid-card title, not the end of the world. I think somewhere in that match or around that match, Okada has to be involved or noticeable or spoken about. If you're going to build Kenny Omega and Okada for All In, the dream match that you've been teasing since January, you got to get us focused. Same thing I said about Hangman and Moxley. Let's get focused on what it's so easy if Tony could just focus his ADD and draw a straight line from A to B. And you don't need to bring a whole bunch of people with you. This isn't the game of life. You don't have to fill up the car every time you push it down the road. You just focus on the people that matter. And that's just give us a nice, solid, linear storyline. Simple. So damn strange. I don't get it. So Tony and Mercedes close the show. No. Josh Alexander, Brody King are going to close the show. Mercedes and Tony will be next. As right now, Cole is arguing with Beretta or Roppongi Vice, RPG. And here comes Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy, and they do what they always fucking do, and everybody fights off. It's just not cool. It's not. Yeah. I feel for Jamie Hayter. She's getting lost. They are buried her bad. They brought a former world champion. Could you imagine? Now, people are going to say, well, screw Becky Lynch. We don't care. But imagine Becky Lynch made her return, or Alexa Bliss made her return on a pre-show. People would go nuts. Are you kidding me? You're going to bring her back on a pre-show? Your former world champion comes back on a pre-show and then has done nothing but eat L's. AEW was like a Burger King selling Big Macs. Makes no sense. None. If Cole wins, we riot. Cole might win. I don't know how, though. Adam, thank you so much for the super chat. I meant we also need to hold the wrestlers accountable if they have the freedom. I agree with that. I do, 100%. That's why I shit on Moxley and Jericho so much. And the Bucks. Like, it's the Bucks idea of, like, I need, we're going to wear these costumes. Bro, do I look cool? You look cool, bro. Like, that's what it is. And then they high-five each other, and they go out feeling like, we're badass. People, this is going to work so much. And nobody tells them they're wrong. That's the saddest part of it all. I also hold some of the veterans that have been around. Jerry Lynn is there. He understands wrestling. Mark Henry was there. Don't know how much he is now. Paul White apparently still employed by them. Even a guy like Schiavone should fucking know better, but Schiavone doesn't give two fucks. He's just happy to be collecting the check and not working at Starbucks anymore. But there are people around that know better. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Look at all the bullshit that happened in AEW over fake glass, over a windshield. That wasn't a simple, no, don't do it. End of argument. No, it was a temper tantrum that led to a temper tantrum that led to other people getting involved, to him doing it anyway, to a fight, to firings. Again, the wrestlers are accountable to a point. But ultimately, anything that comes out of AEW, whether it's press, shows, clips, highlights, everything is on Tony. The buck stops with Tony. So I agree with you. Guys like Jericho should be held accountable. I think we do a good job of it. Moxley should be held accountable outright. Like I know Spiteful loves to, oh no, nobody's got creative control. They told us. It was told to us. We didn't make this shit up. So you bring in Pepper Potts for Mercedes. Mercedes never loses. And then Mercedes never looks bad. Right? Moxie gets to do whatever he wants. Barely loses. Rarely looks bad. Oh, fine. Joe can choke me out. Joe's a legend. But I'm going to fuck up everybody else. Yeah, it's a problem. Adam Cole for the win. What does the chat say? It's like 50-50. No, 33% Fletcher. So Cole's the favorite. Nobody's got the second biggest vote. When you propose to Jamie Hayter, make sure you're wearing your knee pad, MDB. Yeah. Wow, this Mystico is pretty impressive. Let's check to see if he signed with the company, and he's not. Wah, wah. I thought they were going to have him come out and have a match. Know what they should have done? They should have done a video package for Adam Cole. Remind us why we give a fuck about Adam Cole. Where was the video package for that? I am the TNT champion, just so you guys know. I still work here. I still like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, bros. Where's the kingdom? We don't know. But yeah, that might have worked better. Or have Mystico come out and fight Fletcher. Why? And I keep saying it about the women and Sasha. They just keep bringing in people. The reason they bring in so many outside athletes for Mercedes is they will agree to go, yeah, I'll come in. You pay me whatever you want. I'll do the job so she looks good, and then I'll go the fuck home. That's why that happens a lot, because they're aware she's picking apart the entire fucking roster 1 week at a time. I thought this was the main event. It is not the main event. Crowd's on their feet a little bit. Kind of cheering Cole on. Some people are getting into it. Adam Cole. Pleasantly surprised here, folks. Adam Cole getting some love. Back elbow. Pump kick. Classic AEW never change. This is the longest bathroom break of it. Tony, is it me or is Adam Cole's arms deflated? He looks like, he does look like one of those wacky, waveable, inflatable arm guys that you took the air out of. Looks like someone's blow-up doll lost its air. But Adam Cole gets a 2 count. Again, trying to get the fans behind him, and they have been. I'm a huge fan of this new entrance Dynamite is using. I would agree with that. And like I said, new look on the graphics, just slightly tweaked. Like as far as how they line it up on like on the barricade and such, it looks a little better. Hey, damn it, WWE can do a package on Vikingo, then it's but they how do I say this nicely, Corey? Vikingo works for the WWE. That's why. Did Tony buy CMLL? No. Does Mystico work in this company? Is Mystico going to be on a pay-per-view with the WWE logo on it? Or the AEW logo on it? That's the difference, buddy. I know you're trying, but let's be real. Oh, Cole. And I will say I'm super happy with this match. Cole and Fletcher have been good. Fletcher, who's been a beast, though, here's Josh. Josh just lays out Adam Cole. Fletcher is so much bigger than Cole. Fletcher should not need Josh. And another person gets their head bit. That's 2 head bites tonight, at least. But yeah, they run a package on Vikingo because Vikingo's about to win a world title in a company they own. That's why. Unless TK bought CMLL or is hiring Mystico, the package made no fucking sense. TK is that kid from Toy Story. He sees a wrestler in the playground. Yeah, exactly. Here comes Brody with a chair, which will set up the next match. So we're just bleeding matches into each other. So are they just going to hang out by the ring? Because we still got Mercedes and Tony, right? Or are we saving that for the end? As here's security. Yeah, up next. Whoa. All right, never mind on that one. Up next, we are getting the match, folks. So that means Mercedes Tony is going to be in the final spot tonight. Interesting. All right, folks, get your votes in. Who you taking, Brody or Josh? Who's going to take this one and advance in the tournament? So this match is going 40 minutes? No. This match is going to go about 20 now. That was a really good match between Fletcher and Cole. Again, another run-in, another fuck it match. It makes it hard to get behind things. It makes it hard to, okay, so we're going to get Paragon, Don Callis continuing a feud for a while. Fletcher's a world beater. Fletcher should be doing important shit. Fletcher should be challenging for titles. That was a TNT title chance. Let's run it back. Let's get him in that. I didn't see Takeshita, though. I will put that out there. Fletcher been using those pink tights for weeks. Wrestling fans are petty. Oh, are they ever? The hypocrisy of them all is fun, but crazy. Why is this fight happening? No idea. Mercedes Moné is obsessed with Eddie Guerrero. That's fair. A lot of us, miss and loved Eddie. So Cole, the one-time future versus the actual future. There's still one more match tonight on AEW. Yeah, so right now, Josh Alexander interfered, took out Adam Cole. Brody King came out, and now we're going to get the Brody King, Josh Alexander match. The only other thing advertised for Dynamite tonight is Mercedes and Tony Storm meeting. That's how they put it. I guess Cole retains if he does. Well, that's, DQ for now. The sad thing is AEW signing Thekla is in 2 months. She'll just be like Deonna Purrazzo. I'm going to paraphrase, Jace. This is everyone's concern. I know Anthony was in the chat earlier talking about Deonna. I've said it about Taya Valkyrie. I've said it about a lot of the women. Thunder Rosa. I love that. Okay, Anna Jay's getting used. This is good. Harley's getting used. This is good. You got to have more than just 8 minutes a week dedicated to your women. I know tonight we're going to get some meeting between Tony and Mercedes, but it's not often. And I won't say it's not ever, because I think it was last week or the week before we got 2. We generally get 1 women's match. And I know the fans out there are going to go, what an amazing match, because they went through a table and there was fun stuff. But it was rough. It was a real rough watch for me. I feel like this show, I said, it hit third gear and never got out of it. 9:30, AEW interrupted for the Marine. Let's go. But I don't know, Tom. I wish I did. The players don't coach themselves, KJ. That's it. But if you give them too much freedom, That becomes the problem. Ask Eric Bischoff how that works, Jose. Right? When the inmates run the asylum, you're fucked. Right? And everybody pulling that creative control card. What do? That's where you have trouble, where you book two guys that really could make you money, but they don't want to play ball. They're egos. But we are off and running. Brody decimating Josh Alexander out of the gate. 68% going Josh over Brody. Brody should be a world beater. But Brody's not going to go and take on Kenny Omega. Right? I don't think so. A terrible spot for Fletcher. Shake my head. Don't, it won't take much. Jamie Hayter's booking hasn't been the same since she prayed. That possible. Larry, people have talked about that. May just be conspiracy, but people have talked about it. It looks like Adam Cole is injured again. I hope not. Did it look injured, or was he selling? I don't know. It happened so fast. AEW has a tough time with weekly booking, and they have good segments and even some good matches. They do have good matches. Like Cole and Fletcher was going well. But to say all their matches are good, and I'm not saying you are, someone else did, for Uncle Dave to say, well, all their matches are at least very good. Well, if you already have that bias going in, Dave, what the fuck are we going to do? Right? Because we had some bad matches here tonight. The Ops versus the Frat House, very good match. Get the fuck out of here. As Brody's got a towel over Josh's face, giving him the beats of the Bowery. They're like idiot people, Keyshawn. They don't take advice from veterans is a problem. Imagine if Tony was your boss. I'd be rich, bitch. I would be happy. Tony, I know AEW is here on Sunday. If you can hear me, Tony Khan, I will happily work for you. And y'all will know if I get hired by Tony Khan because I'll be here on Wednesdays talking about how great the show is. I promise. Tony, holla if you hear me. I will sell out. Billy Stark should be pushed as Ring of Honor Women's Champion, maybe. The buck stops with Tony. Literally, the Bucks might stop with Tony. KJ, imagine I got that one. That's hilarious. There should be more likes, guys. Yes, there should be. What are we at? 80. We got 13. Let's go. Let's get that up there. If you haven't hit that thumb yet, make sure you do so. Yeah, I would die for that day. I would live for that confrontation. That little man. Oh, I'd love to have that talk. Absolutely. Though I hate to say it, and I always try and call it fair, folks. He's been saying some sensible shit lately. He just says it in a weird way. In a very insecure, overcompensating way. It's like Lord Farquhar of podcasting. I'm digging Fletcher. He needs to go to the WWE and become a star. Fletcher's got so much runway, Jose. He's so good. Fletcher here has done great things for him, but he's been losing too much. It's because they plateau, Richard. You got to push. You got to ascend, right? You've got to be ebbs and flows. Just flat. There's too many wrestlers in AEW that are flat. Just the same. I hope Adam Cole goes back to WWE before he retires. I don't even know how that would work. Can Adam Cole become cool again? As Brody gets cut off by Josh Alexander, hung up on the ropes, DDT onto the apron. Collision. We're going to get Dorado versus Chichero. Has he won a match? Someone else, fact checkers out there, let me know what the answer to that is. I don't think so. Adam Cole is a knockoff Stretch Armstrong. Like a really old one you find at a garage sale. The vitamins got me in a chokehold. The Kingo was on Raw. Yes, he was. And JR recovered from that. I heard that's good news. 2 count says WWE Army. How you doing, buddy? Great match. Great match. Match of the night so far. It's the last match of the night, so we'll see. But Brody and Josh, 2 great guys. Josh just became the Maple Leaf Pro champion, the first ever. Fletcher outweighed Cole by like 40 pounds. Yeah, he didn't need a friend. He didn't need a friend. No wonder he didn't main event. I was being sarcastic about. Oh, okay. My bad. I can't hear your sarcasm, Corey. I try. Thought you were being like serious. But if next time, emojis matter, folks. Emojis matter. As we go to picture in picture, Brody down, folks. And I will take a second to remind everybody we are back tomorrow for Impact. Don't forget, go get your WFU merch. Use the hashtags WFU on your wrestling post. We are not the IWC. We are the WFU. We are the Wrestling Fans United. We are the Wrestling Utopia, where you're allowed to disagree and like different shit and watch both companies or multiple companies like we do. Again, be a part of the family, be a part of the shows, be a part of the growing Wrestling for Life Network Army. We are so close to 7K. Just tell a few friends and put us over the hump. We would greatly appreciate it as we hit another milestone on our way to 10K. Josh Shea is out here. Yes, he is. Josh Alexander for the win. Great. So Bradley gonna eat another L. Stop eating L's. Brody out of the Cows Vortex. Yeah. Brody's so good though. Like, I mean, if Brody's when we talk, I don't think everybody should leave AEW and go to WWE, and I don't think everybody should leave WWE and go to AEW. I think there is certain fits. Certain people fit better in certain places. I love Brody King. I think he's one guy that I would really love to see what he could do if booked properly. If put in a place where he was a fucking monster. He didn't mess around. He didn't take losses all the time. That if you saw Brody King coming, you knew somebody was about to get fucked up. That's what I want to see from Brody King. That's what I want to see from Brody's booking. He's in 50-50 matches. He loses to small guys. Stop and start booking. I don't get it. Josh Alexander for the win. Josh Alexander for the win. Facts. Both women appear to have broken noses. Was it both? Because I do know Harley wasn't the one that took the bump on the stairs. So if you have the no DQ match, you break two noses. Apparently, we don't know how to do the business of wrestling. Right? Is that a fair? I think that's a fair assessment. No. WWE Army, botch. We love botches. I forgive them as many as I can. That's exactly what I want to see in Brody King's booking. Yeah, make him a monster. Look at this guy. Right? Like, honestly, the minute he walks through the curtain, everybody should be shaking. Oh, fuck. Now we don't get nervous. He's got to run out with a chair. He's a tank. He doesn't need that chair. Put the chair away. Was he running out with it? He needs a chair to take care of Kyle Fletcher? Come on. The WFU Army just got bazookas. Let's go. You're not allowed to wear knee pads. I will shun you. I'm wearing knee pads right now, sir. Hounds of Hell, Murphy going to WWE. I don't know. I mean, again, the assumptions are there for obvious reasons. Murphy hurt his ankle in Australia, and it seems like it takes a while to come back from injury if you work for AEW. Don't correct me. And again, it's just a theory. Other people can go check numbers and facts and if it's true. But it feels like if you get hurt in AEW, you're out forever. You are gone for minutes and minutes and minutes. Josh down, Brody down. I'm surprised the MLP belt hasn't been shown on Dynamite yet. Outside of clips, it hasn't, but you got a point, Richard. Shocked. It's probably because Scott's like, please don't do that. Which, I mean, why wouldn't you do that? You not allowed. Got that one. Yeah, absolutely. Watching the game, Jose, let's go. Thunder up. That's a very fair assessment. Poor Harley. Poor Harley. Nothing but love. We finally get her on TV and she busts her nose. I don't quite understand. Did the rivalry between Ford and Bane and Harley and Anna really need a no DQ match in the middle of your show? Like you put it at 10 to the top of the hour. That's nuts. Who is making these decisions? Brody's got Josh up on the apron. Josh fights out. Again, too easy. Too easy. Brody's got him in a choke. Brody is criminally misused and would be better in WWE. Also, his band is sick. Colin and Taylor Young are in the band. Also, if you know hardcore, those dudes are heavy hitters. As both men down. German suplex. Holy shit, chance breakout. Does Athena still have her title, and why hasn't Billy Starks been pushed? Frankie, my honest answer is this, because Ring of Honor doesn't fucking matter. Tony Khan has buried Ring of Honor, and it means nothing, so who cares? The fact that Billy Starks didn't win that title months ago blew my mind. Like when I was watching Ring of Honor every week, they were building. Athena's going to lose. And then she won. And it killed it and never happened. Then you have this woman on a historic run. She comes up for a tournament and gets beat by Mercedes. Right? Like, what are we doing? Two heavy hitters in this match. Yeah, big time. As Brody crossbody against the barricade. Like the stream, damn it. Let's go. Don't forget the little reaction buttons, folks. 92. Let's go. 8 more thumbs. I got 105 people here with only 92 likes. Get in there. Why hasn't AEW started bringing up Grand Slam Mexico in 3 weeks? That's a very good question, Richard. I haven't talked about it much at all. Well, here's the thing. We're going to 4-hour Dynamites. Fighter Fest is in that. Grand Slam's coming up. There's something else on the docket as well. So we got the ankle lock. The crowd is really quiet because, again, this match has exceeded, what are we saying, almost 15 minutes now? Wait, Dynamite is 4. Yes, it is. I don't know that I will be solo for a 4-hour Dynamite, or you may have to put a wellness check on me at the end of the 4 hours. I don't know if I will. I might. We'll see. Fun match, but the crowd seem quiet again. They are. They're kind of disinterested, and it goes too long. And people are like, why are you complaining about the length of a match? Because the crowd stops cheering. You can only do so much. Papa H would push Brody better. Like Brody. Yeah, I mean, imagine Brody came in, was rocking a suit, looking sharp, like almost that juxtaposition, if you will, that opposite vibe. I'm in for it. There you go. He did. Again, another guy that just Tony struggles with the big men of the division. And I don't know if it's just because he relates to the small guys, so he wants every little guy to be a hero as Brody gets the knees up, or is it that Tony's like intimidated and afraid of the big guys, so he just books the guys that he can talk to? Probably Richard. Oh, and Josh is bleeding, by the way. And Brody King. Thanks for coming out, Josh. Yeah, Josh's forehead split open, and that finish didn't go great. Almost. That's a real gash above his eyebrow. He kind of came down awkwardly on Brody's thigh, but Brody gets the win. It took signing TNA guys. People talk about Joe Hendry. What about all the TNA guys that got screwed by Tony? Speedball. Wah, wah. Josh. Wah, wah. What happened to Kevin Knight? Oh. Watch fast. A little clunky, and Josh ends up bloody again. So we might have 2 broken noses and a bunch of stitches on Dynamite here tonight. Josh Alexander has been getting buried since his first match. Facts. Just bring people in and make them look good. But I think the biggest dilemma is feelings. Tony's a nice guy, so Tony wants to book everyone kind of evenly. Vince McMahon taught us 50-50 booking kills your booking. You got to make people feel like that. Imagine Jacob Fatu comes in and just starts taking pins left, right, and center. It kills the aura of Jacob Fatu. As right now, all that's left on the docket, folks, which I thought would be earlier in the show, is we are ending Dynamite. We got 9 minutes left. We're getting Collision rundown. Sky Blues taking on Shirakawa. Okay. RPG Vice taking on Paragon and Ishii because Tony loves just putting random people in. So, again, for the people who think everything is just phenomenal with AEW, do you just not see what we're seeing, or do you just not care? Fletcher is trying. Oh. Cole fighting with Fletcher, but Fletcher's mad at the Callis family. New women's injury. I talked, I think we went through a run of like 6 of them already. Like Tony Khan single-handedly becoming responsible for an entire doctor's retirement with reconstructing noses. So Cole gets in a scrap with Fletcher, broken up by security, and here comes the CEO. How are we feeling, folks? Mina on Collision. People were talking about all the story possibilities with Mina. I wish, and I don't like comparing the companies. It happens. We can't help it happens. But I wish people held Tony's booking to the same standard they hold Triple H's booking. I don't think they do. I don't. And I think they get off the hook a lot. Oh, but it was a good match. Was it? Was the crowd into it? Poor Mina. Poor Mina. Mina's over. Mina's a lady that you could use on your television. People would tune in to see Mina. But she doesn't. But we're going to end the show with Mercedes Moné and Tony Storm. And I hope it's okay. Mercedes dressed like Beyonce, and we all know why. A lot of trios matches happening lately. It's throw everything together. There is no plan. There is no booking. It's almost like Tony Khan thinks the AEW fans are stupid. And you guys can quote me on this shit. It's like Tony Khan thinks the AEW fans are morons. So he doesn't bother trying to tell them stories or giving them anything complex. It's simple. We'll just have random matches, and then we'll do an exciting pay-per-view. That's what it feels like. Dave Meltzer at times talks about the fans like they're dumb. I don't understand the approach. Fans are chanting for Eddie. So the heel starting off with a babyface promo. Brody King is in. Only 2 more spots left in the AEW International title. Fatal 4-way match at Fyter Fest. Yes. Bad booking because both wrestlers shouldn't be taking a pin at this moment. I don't get it. Right? Like people freak out about Chad Gable taking an L or, oh, I can't believe so-and-so got beat. I can't believe any of these people are fucking losing the way they are. Brody King should be a fucking monster. But Timeless Tony is here. She's sending Luther to the back. Thank God somebody cut off Mercedes. I think both companies were in a generation that doesn't react as much as other generations. The fans today just want to watch. Don't know about AEW, but WWE uses noise suspension on TV. AEW has been caught doing it as well. Plus, they do things like build like the CEO chant into the entrance. When the fans aren't cheering, it sounds like they are. I know the Fed does it as well. I don't know that they do it as much as they used to. But at the end of the day, I don't get it. I don't get the younger folk. Here we go, old man on porch. I don't know why young folk go to like concerts and shows and don't get excited. Why aren't you screaming and yelling? Why aren't you holding shit up? Why are you just standing there with your phone? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you here? But Tony puts the belt down. But yeah, I don't get it. But and it's you see it, and you see it with the response online is they're quiet. There's a really good wrestling match happening. They're quiet. You break out a table, they go fucking nuts, right? It is crash test dummy wrestling, and it's crash test dummy fans that all they want to see. Oh, Anarchy in the Arena was so good. Well, what happened? Well, it was like they fought and stuff, and then a table blew up, bro. Okay, so it was awesome. Ah, table went boom. Okay, all right, okay. I will like to see Shayna in AEW. Same result. She's better in GCW. I mean, again, I want to see all the wrestlers land on their feet. Listen, if they find a way to get a lucrative contract and they don't get used, yeah, it sucks for them, but at least they're getting the contract. I mean, I feel bad for the wrestlers, but at the same time, you're banking, and maybe in a couple years, when that contract expires, you're better off in your life and you can return to WWE or somewhere else. I don't know. Not everybody can go to AEW. Tony can't. Tony's got too many people now. Triple H was the Pacers game. I did see that. NXT was cooking. Michael's doing his job. Monet dropped a title for a new shiny title. Facts. Speedball, Josh Allen. Yeah, right. Reminds me of Vince. TK thinks all the fans are morons. It feels like that. Damien, yes. Or Damon, welcome. We are going to be here 4 hours next week. I think it's 4 hours. Is it 2 weeks in a row that it's 4 hours, or is there a gap? But there's a couple 4-hour shows coming up. Fighter Fest is a part of it. We got all, like, I think they're doing like the summer mega show thingy. Preempted. They're just going to stack them. I don't want them to do like Dynamite, then a Collision, like 2 separate shows. Run a 4-hour show. Mercedes dance looks like a 2-year-old, right? Mercedes is a bad promo, man. She's not good. She's not a good heel promo, not a good baby face, but she's not a good promo. You have never met anybody like me. This is Tony Khan books somebody, puts a blindfold. Yeah, it feels that way at times. Mercedes has 4 belts once again. Will she win the 5th? I think she's going to. I really do. And I agree with the emojis. What happens when we get Kenny versus Okada at All In? And All In, do they unite the titles? I think they should unite the titles. They got too many titles. They should unite those titles, make them more important. And I think that Kenny Okada is going to underdeliver. I think it's going to underdeliver. I don't think people are going to get the Okada Kenny match we think it will. The sad part is there's people out there that are going to say it's amazing no matter what happens. As they're just talking, guys, that's what the last 9 minutes of this show is. We're even going into a bit of an overrun. JD strangled. He's so mad. You can tell TK was getting a lot of help in the beginning. Yeah, and plus he got a lot of leeway from fans like me because he was just so different than the WWE. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. Yeah, there was a guy like squirting baby oil on himself, and there was a dude with no legs, but it wasn't WWE, so I was thrilled. Yeah, this was not a good choice to end the show. All belts, Monet. People don't realize it yet, but money is worse than Hogan and creative freedom. No, she's so bad. And that's it. Like they brought in Pepper Potts to help her. Not going great. Aztec. El Paso got a great show tonight, and I hope Collision stacks up. A great might be a strong word, Aztec. No offense. In 15 minutes, if I remember correctly, from when they did Rampage after Dynamite. I hope Collision is good. Tonight's show's been okay. There's been a lot of flat to tonight. And the good stuff was, yeah, when you say great, I know Tony Khan loves saying great every 7 minutes. What made Dynamite great tonight? Like the first show after a pay-per-view, like, did we get the Hurt Syndicate tonight? Did we get MJF at all? Didn't they advertise that? Did I make that up? Did they talk about him? What happened? But yeah, overall, what was really great about tonight? I'll listen. I'm all ears. It's Mercedes is bad. Okay, she got beat. She will say, holy shit, they are crazy. The AEW roster is a lot like me after a night of vitamins and ice cream. Bloated. Facts. Guy with no legs, a guy covered in baby oil, has TK. At times, you wonder. I see people leaving. I think he's got his own Diddy party. The Tony parties. There are people visibly leaving the building as this is happening. I believe after Monet wins the women's title from Tony, she's coming for maybe, man. Give her all the fucking belts. Monet versus Moxley at All Out for the World Championship. My money's on Monet. Any word on where some up in the air again. Until my rule of thumb, Craig, until they walk through the curtain, I don't buy or believe anything. People say it. We see all the rumors. Cedric Alexander is an option to go to AEW. Shotzi's been teased at MLW. Where will people land? I know Cora Jade's already got GCW bookings down and advertised. Not just that, but that is it. As Sasha reaches out for the handshake, as we are 3 minutes over the hour, and I have no idea why. They get close. Are they going to make out now? Another reason why the Marks freaked out. They got to see two ladies kiss. As she's sniffing and licking and, oh! Reversal! And it's official. No. She runs away. Oh! This isn't must-watch wrestling. No. We got Hurt Syndicate video. That's right. It's so nothing. All CEO needs is a good manager. I would agree with that. If you gave her a Bibbins and did it right, I could get behind that. She is good in the ring when she has somebody to carry her. Her best matches, her best moments have been Charlotte Flair, Bayley, even in this company, like Amina, make her look good. Jamie Hayter made her look good. But if she's in there with somebody that can't do that, she's not worth the money. There are people in this company that deserve the money more than she does. As I think she's having trouble staying in her gear at the moment. She definitely is. Is Camille going to jump Tony, or is Tony just going to dance? Give me something. Really like promo. I didn't. To make All In better, make it a title for title contest, TNT, Queen of the South Side, and Rev Pro. There you go. Put all the belts up. It looks like Sasha had a bit of a wardrobe issue. I hate to admit it, but I grade AEW on a curve. I try not to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have gone off the air. That is AEW Dynamite for tonight. A very kind of flat ending to the show. I know we had a friend in the chat already tonight saying it was a great Dynamite. What was great about it? What did you like? We take a rating out of 10 for every single show. I'll click on a few before I head out tonight. How did you feel? How did you feel? To all in, I got that one. Got that one. 7 out of 10. That might be high. Any word on where? No, got that one. All right, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. 2 out of 10. Boring. A little too low. Mercedes runs again. Mercedes. I'm okay with Mercedes running away. I'm not okay with Moxley acting like Mercedes. See what I mean? There's a difference. That it's not good. It's scripted. It's rehearsed, and Mercedes doesn't know how to sound natural. It's like watching a bad infomercial. Oh my God, what are you gonna do now? Like that is Mercedes. It's not good. Tony Khan must really appreciate Tony Storm because why did that segment end the show? I have no idea. I think it's this delusion that they're setting the bar. Look what I did with the women. I don't know, man. It's not great. 6.5 out of 10. Jose, I think I'm in that area. Tonight was definitely not an A show. I know AEW fans hate admitting this, but tonight wasn't an A show. It wasn't an A. It wasn't a B. 6.56. I think I'm 6. A 4-hour Dynamite next week might be fucking atrocious. Tony better have a trick up his sleeve. Too many long matches on this show tonight that didn't mean anything. The Ops had a squash match. I don't mind a squash match, but the Ops, you're not using that squash match to build anything. You gave us a video package for Hook, but Hook didn't show up. So what was the point? Wrestling shows or any show, like they'll remind you of something because something that pertains to that moment just is going to happen. You remember when Hook came out? We just reminding you, wink, wink, and then nothing. So then don't do the package. We get a package for Mystico. He's not there. He don't work there. It's weird. A lot of weird things. 6.5. Whoever writes Tony's promos is I believe it's her in RJ City. That's the rumor I've heard. I can't confirm that for sure, Rance. But could you picture like Tony and RJ City in a room together giggling? Like, oh, it's so funny. We said twat. Yeah. It's so great. 7 out of 10 from Ken. You can run, but you can't hide. I think she's going to win, folks. I think she's going to win. 6 out of 10. This Dynamite was disappointing. I'm right there with you. I will go 6. 6 to me is fair. It didn't fail. I thought Adam Cole and Fletcher was a good match till the end. I didn't need Josh Allen. Just have a good match, guys. I'm begging Tony Khan, and Uncle Dave never answers this question. It's been thrown at him before, but if this is where the best wrestle, can you just give me a good bell-to-bell match? No interference, no run-ins, no 6, 7, 8, 9 people, no bullshit. Just stellar one-on-one match or a stellar one-on-one tag team match with tags, with rules, with the threat of a count out. If this is where the best wrestle, prove it. If this is where the best wrestle, step up and show us. Because if Tony's claims are true, the best roster in all of wrestling, then he's the problem. And a lot of us think that already, but he's almost telling us, well, my roster's amazing. Okay, what are you doing with them? My Corvette's awesome, but it's sitting out back on blocks. Who gives a shit? Collision taping starts in 10 to 15 minutes. Aztec, I don't know if you're there or you just, but I hope you have a good time. 5.75, 2 out of 10. And people won't answer the simple questions. Somebody will say something like 8.5. But what about the show made it that? What about it? People generally don't have an answer. Tell me the good stuff. I wrestled at Rev Pro. That's awesome. Rev Pro is a great place, and I'm sure you had a good time. We love hearing it. Overrun to get the Modern Family rating. A weird overrun tonight. You could have ended the show 3 minutes earlier or 4 minutes earlier and just went home. I don't get it. Money probably has that not losing the matches clause. Oh, yeah, creative control, bro. I know they're trying to backtrack, but She gets a say in her creative. Wrestling is scripted anyway, so why are you bagging on? What are you bagging on? It's a weird question. Wrestling is scripted, but you have to deliver whatever your promo, whatever your job is. You got to do it real. You can't just come out there. We is doing good. Like you can't do that. That's not your job. Your job, plays are scripted, movies are scripted. You turn on a movie and the person's like, "Oh no, we got trouble coming our way. Go get the bad guy." That doesn't exactly do the job, now does it? So to say it's scripted anyway, well, I mean, again, what's your point? I've asked you twice though, and I won't get the answer. What was so great about tonight? 6 out of 10. Fighter Fest better be much better. I imagine they got to do something to try and keep people interested for 4 hours. I'll give it a 2 out of 10 as well. There wasn't really anything exciting. Michael, that's fair. I think 2 is a little bit low for my cup of tea, but you're allowed. Maybe I liked a couple things that you didn't. Has a weekly wrestling show ever been 4 hours? Not consistently. I'm not sure off the top of my head if there was ever a special anything. I don't think so, because it's bad. It's not a good idea. The ratings are going to be very fucking interesting. But if you're going to run from 8 p.m. to midnight on a Wednesday, you better have a fucking plan, Tony. If it's just stacking Dynamite then Collision, you're going to lose. You're going to drop. You're going to have an epic fan drop off. I will say MJF looked damn good standing next to Hurt Syndicate in that video package. He did. He looked good. You know, a little bit, of the odd man, but we'll figure that out. Mercedes versus Tony with no stip will not be the best match ever. Tony can get a really good match at a Mercedes, and these women could absolutely tear it down. I'd say I'm a slightly optimistic, Richard, that they can get it done. 5 out of 10 from Tanisha. RJ needs to have private time to himself because, man, they're crazy, Aztec. They're crazy. Dude, who is RJ City even? Well, that's what I mean. I wonder about like Will Washington, RJ City. No offense. I'm sure they're great people, blah, 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 blah. But if this is where we're kind of taking our wrestling, you can understand why it's so silly. The opening segment and the Cole Fletcher match were the only highlights of the show for me. The opening segment was good, but I do feel like it was flawed. I do feel like I want the spotlight on Hangman Page, and I don't think that makes me a bad fan for feeling that way. I want them to highlight Hangman. Hangman's going to save the company from Moxley. Now, I might think the Moxley stuff is all bullshit, but in that world, in that universe, Moxley's the guy, and Page is going to be the guy that saves them. So focus on Page. Don't have Ospreay come out and overshadow him. Don't have Swerve come out and overshadow him. Let him dance. Let him do his thing. And he did it well. The rest of it hurt it. The booker hurt it. Ops had a match, didn't matter. The Moxley Death Rider match didn't matter. Hated the fact that the world champion just got talked about for 10 minutes and showed up after. Like, who gives a fuck? Would Darby Allin show up at all in Texas? Probably. If Tony can get him there, everybody and anybody is they're going to try and book the fuck out of All In. So hold on tight. We need more consistency. We do. Fletcher looks like Callis if Don Callis worked out. Like his kid. It's Callis's kid. We need a new coach for AEW. We need something. Honestly, a very pointless show outside of Hangman opening and Cole match. Cole match was good. I didn't like Josh doing what Josh did, but it does set up Fletcher's now mad at Callis. So Fletcher getting out of the Callis family is not bad. Josh Alexander continues to take losses. Hasn't looked like the world beater that we thought he was. Bailey's been Bailey, not bad. Haven't exactly loved the onboarding of some of this talent. The women's tag match was, I'll give 2 points for the women just because Harley and Anna were great. And Penelope and Megan were actually great as well. But the match was so unnecessary in the middle of a Dynamite. In the middle, just randomly a fucking no DQ tag match. It doesn't make sense. Make that the main event. You want to send everybody home happy, Tony? Make that the main event and give the talking segment the 10-9 spot. I don't think I'm wrong with that. I think Tony was hoping that the the no DQ women's tag match would bleed through the hour, and maybe some clickers out there are like, oh shit, what are these women doing? They're breaking each other's nose is what was the right answer. If that was an 8.5, then NXT was an 11. That's the funny part with all this, Jose. If tonight's Dynamite is an 8.5, yeah, what was NXT last night? 12, 13. What do I rate Dynamite when Dynamite actually has a really strong show? Do I give it a 15 like Dave Meltzer does? I don't know. FTK all day out of 10. TK is killing everyone from TNA. Yeah. And people talk again. I saw a dude make a rant today, and I tried to respond. Word for podcasters. If you're going to put your opinion and your 2 cents out in the world, don't restrict the responses. It's a pussy move. It's a chicken shit move that if people can't respond to your little rants, then, you're just running away like John Moxley. Kills me. But I did see a guy today talking about goalpost moving. He doesn't understand the concept of goalpost moving. It was simply hypocrisy. It is what I think he was more trying to get at. But it's a weird hypocrisy, right? We'll see a show like this with the ops versus the frat bros and this is great. But then you see something on the other side of the docket, and both sides of the argument do it. But who else we got? AEW's Tribalist got stopped coming in. No, the Tribalists are welcome. Ye God, let me make it very simple to you. Everybody is welcome here, unless you can't handle business. You can't handle being an adult. You can see yourself out, sir. But everybody is welcome here. You just got to be open for the conversation. Raw sure feels like 4 hours sometimes. Once upon a time it did. I will say some SmackDowns lately have felt 4 hours. I think Thekla debut was botched and pretty bad. I think a lot of people are disappointed that they now know that Jamie's going to get steamrolled, and they did. The production botch didn't help. How do you miss the intro moment of Thekla gets missed? Oops. Only time I recall 4 hours is when they aired a replay of WrestleMania. Okay, Wesley, thank you. AAA greater than AEW. Bendy, 8.5. Fair enough. Again, Mr. Quake, I think it's too high, but you're allowed. You might have liked some things I didn't. Wrestling Votes has reported Mariah May has signed with WWE. I don't trust until I see it, Damien, especially from there. I hope Darby doesn't do something stupid. Yeah, like I'm gonna ride this edge that looks like a rail. Wish me luck. I feel like Ricochet teasing a faction isn't great. Him teasing a faction is okay, but if his faction is the crew, it sucks. All opinions are welcome. Facts. All right, on that wonderful note, all opinions are welcome, and hopefully people can understand that. We are the Wrestling Utopia. We are the wrestling friends you can't find in your real life. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We thank you for being here, folks. That is Dynamite. Not a great show. I know fans are going to try to convince you otherwise. Not a great show tonight. Lackluster, boring. We wandered off for a while. Didn't really pay attention to the action just because it wasn't delivering. 8.5. I don't know how the fuck that shows an 8.5. I don't know how that shows a 7.5. It was an okay show, and you are not a bad fan for saying it was just okay. There was some good stuff there. Don't hyper focus on just one or two things. It's a 2-hour show. But ladies and gentlemen, speaking of 2-hour shows, we are back tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one. We got TNA. The new TNA World Champion will be in the house. Masha takes on Xia Li or Lee. Yeah, well, Xia Li is fair. But yeah, we will be here live, 7:45. Do not miss that. Of course, SmackDown, all your favorite wrestling as we head towards Money in the Bank and a whole summer full of more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. On behalf of Big Nick, on behalf of Anthony, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White. Have a good night. See you on the flip side. Bye for now. I didn't hit the button. There's the button. Bye.